What is going on, everybody in Matt Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a speed test between the Blu G91 Pro and the Moto G Power 2020 version. Stay tuned. So Matt Squad, yes, speed test videos are back here on the channel. I kind of miss doing them, and this is pretty much a great battle right here, if you ask me. We're going to be taking the Blu G91 Pro, which is here on the left side, going up against the Moto G Power. Now, as far as internal specifications, the Blu G91 is going to have the MediaTek Helio G90 processor in it, which is pretty much a gaming processor, but it actually performs really well for everyday tasks. It's an octa-core chipset. 2 cores that are clocked at 2.05 gigahertz, and the other 6 are 2 gigahertz flat. And for the GPU, it's going to be the Mali G76. Now, this device is going to feature 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, and it's also going to be running Android 11. Although I'm getting an ad here, it is running Android 11 with security patch of May 5th, 2021. Now, with the Moto G Power here for 2020, we're going to have the Snapdragon 665 inside of this device, which is an octa-core chipset as well. And for the GPU, is going to be the Adreno 610. Now, as far as internals, you get 4 gigs of RAM, which is what it's paired up with, and 64 gigs internal storage. And the device was recently updated to Android 11, and it features the security patch of June 1st, 2021. All right, so I kind of want to jump straight into it here and do the application open test. So we're going to open up YouTube. I had those at the same time, I promise, and that goes to the Blu G91. And the next application is going to be YouTube Music. That goes to the Blu G91. Next application is going to be Best Buy. And that goes to the Blu G91. And the next application is going to be Facebook. That goes to the Blu G91. Next application is going to be Instagram. And that goes to the Blu G91. Next application is going to be Play Store. And again, that goes to the Blu G91. I'm hitting these at the same time, I promise. Next application I'm going to open up is Gmail. And that went to the Blu G91. So guys, I think you pretty much got the point now. The Blu G91 is a really powerful phone. Let's go ahead and test the RAM and see which device can hold these applications better in the background. So as you can see here, we got YouTube. And that was held by both. YouTube Music, held by both as well. Best Buy, held by both. Facebook, held by both. Instagram, that was held by both. Play Store, held by both. And last but not least, Gmail, that was held by both as well. I didn't open up a ton of applications, but you did see that the G Power, or excuse me, the G91 Pro, is the much faster phone. It opened up all those applications faster than the Moto G Power. So let's go ahead and jump to the next part of the speed test. Now, with the next part of the speed test here, I just wanted to discuss the AnTuTu benchmark numbers, the Geekbench numbers, and go from there. Now, similar to the Moto G Power for 2021, the AnTuTu benchmark for some reason doesn't want to run on this device, but the Blu G91 Pro has a score of 342,192, which is pretty good. Can't really complain about that. Now, if we go over to Geekbench 4, but you can see the single core score on the Blu G91 Pro is 2,371, and the multi-core score is 6,698, which is pretty good, even though it's Geekbench 4. And then the Moto G Power, we got 1,335, and a multi-core score of 4,222. Now, when you look at Geekbench 5 on the Blu G91 Pro, we got a single core score of 496 and a multi-core score of 1,544, which is pretty good, especially on Geekbench 5. And on the Moto G Power 2020 version, we got a single core score of 302 and a multi-core score of 1,206. So not the best, but not the worst. It's just not better than the Pro, the G91 Pro here. So now I'm going to get to the next part of the speed test here, which is basically installing 3 of the top applications here from the Play Store. And whichever device installs 2 of those 3 faster than the other automatically wins this part of the speed test. It's going to be a Caller app, the Weather Home, and King James Bible. So let's get that started. So we're going to install the first application here in 3, 2, and that goes to the Blu G91 Pro. Now the second application is this application called Weather Home Live Radar Alerts and Widgets, and we're going to install that here in 3, 2, and that goes to the Blu G91 Pro. So Mass Squad, you saw what happened there. The Blu G91 installed both applications faster than the Moto G Power here, and so to keep things pretty simple here, that clearly goes to the Blu G91 Pro. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video here, this isn't to get a W or to give a W to a device. This is to show you the performance difference or the similarities, because a lot of the times there will be similarities, but sometimes there will be some differences as well. So in this case, there was a big difference. So you saw the Blu G91 Pro do its thing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the last test of this video here, which is just basically a reboot test to see which device can simply power off and power back on faster than the other. And we're gonna go ahead and get that started right now. Now both devices are running Android 11, so the reboot screen is pretty much the same. And we're gonna get that started here in 3, 2. Now one thing about the Moto G Power here is that it was notoriously known on the channel as the slowest rebooting phone of anything I have in the lineup here. But since the Android 11 update, it actually got updated. Actually, it's pretty faster now. So let's see what happens. And that goes to the Blu G91 Pro. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the video here. You saw what happened when it came to the application open and RAM management test. You saw what happened when it came to the 2.2 benchmark, Geekbench scores. You saw the install test, and you saw the reboot test. So that pretty much shows you where the performance lies between these two devices here. But in the comment section below, Mass Squad, let me know, which device do you think is the better value? Do you think the Blu G91 Pro is the better value based on what you're actually getting? Or do you think that's the case for the Moto G Power for 2020? Let me know in the comment section below. But if you are new to the channel here, consider subscribing so that you don't miss any coverage when it comes to budget devices or upper budget devices like the Blu G91 Pro and the Moto G Power 2020 version. And Mass Squad, like this video here so that other people just like you can get a little bit more help when it comes to researching budget devices or upper budget devices like the Blu G91 Pro and the Moto G Power for 2020. And last but not least, share this video with your friends and family and let them know that not all Android cameras suck. It is just not true. Until then, my name is Max Rock. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day, y'all. Deuces.